Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, August 24th, 2015. Looking at the next few days, the main fire potential impacts will be related to lightning. On Tuesday, we're expecting lightning to impact portions of eastern Nevada, with that threat moving north Wednesday into Thursday into the northern parts of Nevada and western Idaho. Storms that develop in these areas will be a mix of wet and dry. Looking at the past 24 hours, there was some storm activity, mainly across Utah, although some storms did develop across eastern Nevada, and there was a fair amount of lightning associated with these storms. The water vapor satellite shows high pressure across the Great Basin, and this high pressure will be responsible for much of the moisture that moves into the eastern part of the Great Basin. Significant fire potential is low for this afternoon, with the driest fields over the western part of the Great Basin. We will see some showers and thunderstorms develop across the eastern part of the Great Basin this afternoon due to moisture that is in place, and those storms will mainly be located over the higher terrain. Moving into Tuesday, we'll see that moisture continue to make its way northward, and there is some concern for lightning activity across portions of eastern Nevada tomorrow afternoon. Storms will generally be widespread across the eastern two-thirds of the Great Basin, but there is a potential for the storms across eastern Nevada to have some dry thunderstorms mixed in. Temperatures will continue to warm from today to tomorrow across mainly western Nevada. Moving into Wednesday, we'll see that moisture continue to make its way northward, and by Wednesday afternoon, the threat or the concern for lightning will move north into central and portions of northeastern Nevada, as well as the northern part of the Great Basin. Storms will continue to become more widespread Wednesday with an increase in moisture, and storms across the eastern part of the Great Basin will trend wetter, while storms across the western and central part of the Great Basin will be drier. On Thursday, that moisture will remain in place across the Great Basin, while dry air does begin to move into the southern part of the Great Basin. And so by Thursday afternoon, the main concern for lightning impacts will be across northern Nevada and western Idaho. On Friday, that dry air will continue to make its way into the southern part of the Great Basin, and we will see winds begin to increase ahead of a low-pressure system off the west coast. That pattern will generally stay in place into Saturday, with the drier air across the southern part of the Great Basin and the wetter air across the northern part of the Great Basin, with gusty winds across much of the area. And on Sunday, conditions remain pretty similar, with that low-pressure system beginning to move onshore. We will see winds continue to increase into the weekend. Looking at the current field conditions, ERCs are continuing to increase, especially across the northern part of the area. You can see GB1 is now in the 90 to 96 percentile range, and most of the raw stations across the northern part of the Great Basin are reporting an upward trend over the past 3 days. Live fuel moistures are at or below normal for most of the Great Basin. You can see from the charts I included on the right. These sites are right around or just below normal for the time of year. And finally, looking at the 8 to 14 day period, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below normal temperatures across the western part of the area, with above normal temperatures across the eastern part of the area, and below normal precipitation across the eastern part of the Great Basin. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. Our contact information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.